Hey guys, so now let's talk about why buy diesels versus why buy a gas truck. So I have both right now. I have both of those things. I have a gas 94 F-150, which is 2-wheel drive. This was my high school truck, and this right here was the truck that I bought to get into diesels. And then I've had what I thought was my dream truck, an OBS 7.3 Power Stroke. It was a crew cab, but it wasn't. This truck ended up being my dream truck. And then we also picked up this because I always wanted a 6.5 and I wanted another dually. And I wanted another 4-wheel drive dually. So why go with a diesel? So diesels get great fuel economy. This truck right here gets probably the best out of these two diesels. I think this truck gets right around 20 miles to the gallon, and that's you can also make it better from there. Yes, these trucks did not come with a lot of power versus like the 7.3s came with quite a bit more power for back in the day. You guys got to think that this truck is 1 year older than that truck, but that truck came out with quite a bit more power. The aftermarket world was quite a bit better. Until recently, this truck had quite a bit of pretty good aftermarket support. But yeah, so changing fuel filters on this 6.5 Detroit, it costs an oil filter and oil. Cost me right around $80. Now, I get a little bit of a discount because I have a shop account. So I think in total, it would have been about $100 to change your oil and your oil filter and your fuel filter on one of these 6.5s. 7.3s are right around the same thing. Now these trucks, these are older diesels. This truck is an 01, that's 99. This is also an 01. They're gonna break, and so will this 94 F-150. However, in my personal opinion, I can walk right over to this F-150. This F-150 is bone stock. Nothing's ever been done to it. As you guys can see, I can throw my key in it. Alright, well, minus that the battery wasn't dead and it wasn't out of gas, she'll fire right up. And I drove this truck for 4 years, never had once an issue. I've driven this truck 3 years now, and I've had issues. I've owned this truck way longer than 4 years. I just don't drive it that much anymore. I've had issues from overboosting, which is what I'm currently at, glow plug issues, not hooking things up. A lot of it was from my own doing, but the glow plugs was not. Overboosting is my fault. This truck was not my fault, and it just leaked oil really bad. As you can see, there's oil underneath of there. I now know what it's caused by, and I will be fixing it here soon. Don't worry about the headlights. Actually, I sold those. But it also has been a great truck, and with it being a 6-speed manual, it does get pretty good fuel economy. Yes, diesel is a little bit more expensive, but honestly, you don't notice it quite as badly because, again, it's a diesel and you're going to get better fuel economy, so you're not filling them up as constantly. The next best reason why number one reason is the aftermarket support for a diesel is quite a bit better than a gas truck. I can do turbo swaps on both these trucks. I can do injectors. I can do a lift pump on this truck. I can do technically a lift pump on this truck. A fast, which I can do a fast on both of these, and that one up there. The F-150, you can't do that. Yes, I can throw a cam in that, throw an S&B airbox on it, and throw an exhaust on it. It already has an exhaust there, and just make it a lot better truck. But this truck will get 20. This truck probably gets 15 maybe. So does this one. This truck got about 8. No, I don't haul constantly, but when I do, it's nice to have some better fuel economy. Especially I bought this truck to haul my Camaro, that truck to be a show truck, and this is the truck that I like to build and work on myself. I've done a lot to that flatbed, and I just like working on them. So the diesels, to me, yes, they're dirtier, and yes, they leak oil, but there's just something about working on them that I cherish and I love a lot more. There's a lot more you can do to a diesel engine fairly easy without having to break into the engine. For like this one, you would have to make some good power. You got to do your intake and all that, and it's quite a bit of work. This one, I can do the intake on it. I can do a turbo on it. I can change out glow plugs. There's just so much things. And the nice thing about all these trucks right here, including the F-150, is that appearance-wise, you can change a lot up because they made a gas version of that. They make 1,500 versions of this. And they make gas versions of this truck, obviously. They make a diesel version of that truck, just not the F-150 platform. So there's quite a bit of things that can go good, and there's quite a bit of things that can go bad. Now, the nice thing about 8 lugs is you have quite a bit better aftermarket support on rims. So you guys can see I have these rims right here. These rims have seen a ton of abuse versus these rims, and these rims are like my babies. I love these rims with a passion. I've had these rims on here for a very long time. Plenty of offset, and these rims are the factory rims, the Alcos, that I don't actually plan to keep. You guys can see this truck is in great shape, and I need to finish it up so I can get back to driving it. But yeah, so also I personally think that diesel is the way to go. Show you guys a little bit of the inside of this one. Just your stock 7.3, well, stock body style. Yes, that tire's flat. Don't worry about it. But yeah, guys, so that is my insight. And I cherish these trucks with a passion. I love them to death. I love all trucks, and I respect everybody's build. And I know not everybody wants a big diesel like one of these. And some people, you know, might just go, well, I don't haul enough. Well, for the guys that say I don't haul enough, I don't haul that much either. But diesels get better fuel economy. There's a lot better mods you can do. Yeah, you can tune a gas engine nowadays, especially like I had a 6-liter LS there for a while, and they are very great motors. But they're not as great as a diesel. A diesel to me is a very good investment because I bought this truck for $1,500 and have many offers for $7,000 for it. And I will probably never take it because I love this truck to death. And these 2 trucks right here will probably be the ones that I pass down to kids, my own kids one day. But yeah, guys, so that was just some insight. Sorry for a short video. I got some things I got to do to them still. And they'll never stop being a project truck, and I'll always love them to death. Whether or not I drive them every day is a whole different topic, but I'll always love these trucks to death.